Hello everybody, Mike from the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike here, and I'm back with another edition of Front Row, these music performance reaction commentary videos that I do. And this is a first for me. I'm reacting to a song by the Monkees from 1967 called She Hangs Out. This is a request from Mark from the Good, the Bad and the Odd podcast, good friend of the channel. And he sent me a list of music performances he suggests that I check out. And yeah, the Monkees are a bit of a gap for me. I did watch the TV show when I was a kid in the 70s and 80s. I know, the big 3 or 4 of their songs, but yeah, they're one of those groups that I just really never gave a big listen to, despite liking music from the era. So yeah, I'll check this out. I've never heard this song, certainly never seen this performance, so we'll see how that goes. A couple of quick reminders to check out the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike, the podcast that shares his feed, where we go back and rewatch some of our favourite film and television franchises, in addition to the other film, TV, music, and general pop culture related goodness that also shares this channel. Also appreciate likes and subscribes. Subscriptions make a huge difference and result in more people coming to the channel and there being more feedback, which is ultimately what it's all about, and a great motivator for doing these with a greater level of regularity. Also a quick reminder that I do press pause. I do talk over these videos. That's just how I react. Apologies if that is not to your liking, but it is what it is, and I would strongly urge you to check out this performance in its entirety before watching this video, and that you do not follow my terrible example and watch it for the first time. Here would be talking all over it. Last but not least, do appreciate donations via PayPal to help with the upkeep of the channel, but please do not do so if donating causes you any financial hardship. We certainly would not want that. But yeah, the Monkees, She Hangs Out. Let's see what this is. No idea. Let's go. Very nice.
How would you say, oh sister one, sister one, sister one? You know you better keep an eye on her, eye on her, eye on her. Do the run and run, they do the run, run. She hangs out, she hangs out.
Just going to pause there for a second. I mean, first things first. Just great vibes. I mean, the look of this, the late 60s of it, I can't help but think about, the 1960s Batman TV show and Star Trek and, all of those great, bright, primary color TV shows, Color televisions were a relatively new thing at this time, of course, and TV shows were were encouraged to be as colorful as possible to help shift units for TV shows. Some of the TV networks, produce TVs as well. And you can really see that. And this is great energy. And of course, the Monkees, they were seen as being this sort of saccharine, watered down version of the Beatles, of course. But in some ways, they are a purer pop band, because the Beatles did have those sort of aspirations of artistry. Whereas the Monkees it's the purest form of pop. And, to my tastes, this is going to probably be sacrilegious. I've never been that much of a fan of the Beatles myself, really, despite being a big classic rock fan. And, I don't think that Paul McCartney or the John Lennon estate are going to lose any sleep over that. Their influence is beyond reproach, of course. It's just my own personal tastes. And but I grew up, my mother was from Liverpool, and she grew up in the era of the Beatles as well. So I kind of had it in my childhood so much that it kind of turned me off it a little bit, in the way that it can when you rebel against your parents. But with the Monkees, it was just naked, pure, sugary pop music. And I think that there's a purity to that. And also, what you can see here is, I think even more clearly than the Beatles, you see the boy band. You've got the types, you've got the kind of the cute guy, you've got the funny guy, you've got the serious arty one. We see this even now in boy bands, so it's really interesting to see that all happening, and the music's great as well. But yeah, let's get back into this. I'm really enjoying this. It's a great fun, sugary, catchy vibe, and I love the visuals, and the environment are so pleasingly late 60s. It feels like a safe place of pure nostalgia and kitsch that is very, very good. I feel like the Monkees. I'm going to keep calling them the Beatles here. I feel like the Monkees, going back and watching lots of old Monkees, is probably a really solid mental health assignment, because there's just such great vibes. Let's carry on.
I know you told your sister to boogaloo, boogaloo, boogaloo. I heard you told your sister to shiggle too, shiggle,
Great moves.
shiggle too. Oh, she can teach you a thing or two, thing or two.
And they look great as well. I mean, they're so clearly defined from each other, aren't they? I mean, you know, the guitarist looks like he could be in the Doors, you know, or a 90s Britpop band. You know, you've got the keyboard player, and I don't know any of their names, just simple notes on that beautiful late 60s organ sound, again, that, you know, you associate with bands from that era, and even, you know, people like Ray Manzarek. And, you know, the drummer is the clown, and, you know, the singer is the cute little, you know, Chekhov from Star Trek dude. It's so clear, and it must have really just popped almost in 3D out of the television. But the song's great as well. Great pop song.
Thing or two. Whoa, do the run, day, do the run. She hangs out. She hangs out. Well, she hangs out. Hangs out. Oh, every night.
Nice.
Every night. You know you best get down here on the double before she gets a pretty little self in trouble. She's so fine, so fine.
Love that keyboard riff.
Say your sister wants, sister wants.
You can see where Axl Rose got his moves from. Snake dance.
Say your sister wants, sister wants, sister wants. You know you better keep an eye on her, eye on her, eye on her. Wow, do the run, they do the run. She hangs out. Oh, she hangs out. She hangs out. La 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 la. She hangs out. La 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 la
Oh, where's he going?
la. She hangs out. Whoa.
Oh, that was so much fun. I don't know if this is just a promotional video or whether this is a segment from the TV show or one of the movies or something, but I think one of the other things that's really potent about the Monkees, and I think about a lot of pop music from this time, particularly pure pop music like this, is, and I think this is one of the things that was appealing to young people in making them want to form their own bands in the wake of the Beatles and the Monkees, is this idea of world. You know, like the Monkees look like after the performance, they go and they just live in monkey land, monkey world, you know? And it just feels like somewhere at that age you'd want to be part of, this sense of place and this sense of a larger community or world that you can be part of if you're a fan of the group, that you might be able to access. And then if you form your own band, you can enter that world as well. This colourful cartoon world of youthful possibility. What a great production as well. It sounds wonderful. And I know that there's been controversies over the years about the artistic legitimacy of some of the Monkees' work. I don't know whether this is included, but it's pop music as well. And I always think about, I think it was Michael Stipe from REM who talked about his admiration for Japanese culture and this lack of separation between high and low culture. You know, the idea that yummy, 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 I've got love in my tummy has as much cultural value as Leonard Cohen or Nick Drake. And I feel the same way. And I think that what the Monkees are doing here is a tremendously important piece of pop culture, regardless of the means of production. Yeah, that was really good fun. What else should I watch? And thanks, Mark, for the suggestion as well. I'm looking forward to getting to this. So any thoughts, any contributions, any historical context, any suggestions for future music performances, Monkees or otherwise to cover, very much appreciated here. But otherwise, do check out the Rewatch Project of Hannah and Mike podcast that shares his feed and all the other film, TV, music, and general pop culture related goodness that also cohabits here on the Rewatch Project channel. So see you again soon. Bye-bye.